Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is actually a video by request and it is my mascara collection. I have been doing collection videos on my makeup stash gradually. So I've done my eyeshadow palettes, I've done my primers, and I think that's it so far. But I will link those videos down below if you want to check out what I have. Of course, things are always changing. I'm always adding stuff, decluttering stuff, running out of stuff. So that's ever changing, but those videos are pretty current. And I go into depth as to, how I feel about the formula. I review it, all that good stuff. So I will link those down below. I actually got a request from a subscriber to do my mascara collection. So thank you so much. I have all my mascaras right here and I am just going to be pulling them out of the drawer and giving you my thoughts and reviews about them and yeah, all that good stuff. So if you want to see all the mascaras I currently have, don't forget to please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you know when I post, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get on into it. I will be posting this look next. So after you see this video, I'll be posting this look. It's my take on the foxy eye trend that's been going on, but yeah, anyway, stay tuned if you want to see that. So I actually have two lash primers that I would also consider mascaras. And I am personally a fan of lash primer. I do it almost every time I put on my mascara. And that's because I feel like the mascara not only goes on a little bit easier, but it adds a nice barrier between the mascara and my lashes. So whenever I remove my mascara, it doesn't tear out my lashes. It's a little bit easier. It kind of acts like as a barrier. So in my opinion, I feel like it makes my mascara a lot more effective in more ways than just one. But also these are great bases for volumizing, for lengthening, and giving your lashes that little extra something before you go in with your mascara. Especially for me, I guess I should tell you my lash type. I have a decent length of lashes, but I have very straight lashes. I curl them every day. I guess I should mention this too. This is my favorite lash curler. I purchase this time and time again. This is the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes lash curler or something like that. I don't know. You can find this at Sephora and maybe Ulta, but this is my favorite lash curler. It doesn't ever pull on my lashes. It doesn't hurt. It just gives me a nice curl every time. With that being said, my lashes don't really hold a curl. Like, they don't stay like this forever, no matter what mascara I use. There are some that are actually more intense than others, obviously, which I will talk about. But in general, my lashes are pretty straight, even though they can get pretty long. So I love these two lash primers. This one is definitely the more affordable of the two. It's the Essence Volume Booster Lash Primer. This is $4.99. You can get this at Ulta. I'll just say this right now. I've said this in several videos, but Essence makes my favorite affordable mascaras. I have tried so many of their mascaras. I have so many. I have gone through so many, and they just give you so many options: lengthening, volumizing, curl, whatever you're looking for. They have a variety for you. They're $4.99. So definitely, if you had to pick like one brand of mascara, check out Essence. It's really, really amazing. This is just a standard lash primer. It's made with mango butter and fruit extract. The wand looks like this. It's a little bit skinnier, but I will say this actually coats your lashes very well. Lash primers tend to have that white base, so you're going to want to really coat your lashes with it and then go in with something black enough to coat them and cover that whiteness. So this is a really nice affordable option. This is the Marc Jacobs Velvet Lash Primer, and I purchased this pretty much like once a year, and I know you're supposed to get rid of your mascara every 3 months, and I'm a little bit naughty and I don't do that because I just personally feel like if it doesn't smell bad, if it's still wet enough to coat my lashes, then it's fine. I haven't gotten really an irritation, so as long as I'm doing that, I'm good. But if you're cautious, you should observe the 3-month rule. But in my opinion, I think that's a little bit fast because it seems like a long time, but it's actually not. Anyway, so this is the Marc Jacobs Velvet Lash Primer. This one has more of a beige coloring. And I will say this does a great job of coating your lashes and making them look very thick and nice. And this is more of a voluminous formula than anything. I think this one is more lengthening, whereas this one is more volumizing. So it just depends on what you're looking for. But yes, I really like this. It's awesome. Now to get into my mascara. So I guess I should talk about my favorite low-end mascara and then my favorite high-end mascara. So low-end, this is my favorite mascara. If I had to pick any of them, I would probably pick this one. This is the Essence Lashes of the Day Super Volume Mascara. Looks like this, really cute pink tube. Perfect for your lower lash line as well because the wand is so skinny. But do not let this fool you. It is such a volumizing formula. such a lengthening formula. This gives me probably the most dramatic lashes of any of my mascaras in my collection. This is holy grail for me. I will continue to repurchase this again and again and again. And I actually was at Ulta today and I was gonna pick it up and then I kind of got sidetracked and forgot. Out of all of their mascaras, in my opinion, I think it is the most intense, but if you're looking for that super black, super voluminous formula, this is the way to go. It's so good, and I will just scream from the rooftops how amazing this is. My favorite high-end mascara is actually the Too Faced Better Than Sex, and I know this has been an industry classic for so long and a lot of people love it, a lot of people kind of got over it, but I think this is like the top selling mascara in the industry, or at least it was for a while. Got that really pretty chrome packaging. I actually have two. I'll show you both. This one's like the limited edition. A lot of people think the wand is too big and that it flakes on them, and in my opinion, I think this is such a great volumizing mascara. This gives me so much volume. It is insane. Look how big that brush is. This is also a natural hair brush, but contrary to the lashes of the day, you can obviously see this is like an hourglass shape, so it looks like fatter and whatnot. It's got that fibery formula, a little bit thicker. It's not the best on your lower lashes because obviously with the wand as big as it is, it's not going to be really good to kind of like get up in there, but this is awesome. Also repurchase over and over again, and this is honestly like still a holy grail for me. It's really good. The packaging is nice and weighted. I know Too Faced can be a little here and there, but that mascara is awesome in my opinion. I would probably say another mascara that's at the top of my list right now that's a newer addition to me is the Thrive Causemetics Liquid Lash Extensions. It looks like this really pretty, nice green packaging. Thrive Causemetics is an amazing, socially responsible brand, and you can actually get this in store at Ulta now. I love how skinny this wand is. So speaking of a skinny wand, this is actually skinnier than the Essence wand, and you can see it's a synthetic brush. So as opposed to something like this, let me just show you side by side so you can see. The Thrive Causemetics one has kind of got that rubbery bristle, whereas the Essence one has more of like that natural hair. I'm trying to show you guys as best as I can. So this brush really just allows you to get such a defined look. Like this separates your lashes like no other. You just comb it through your lashes. It really just acts like a comb, and then that acorn shape allows your lashes to curl as well because it opens it kind of at the edges and makes them fan out a little bit more. And what's also great about this formula is that it is a tubing mascara, so it will not smear under your eyes when you remove it. When you remove it, it's literally just gonna be like little like spider legs coming off your lashes, which I gotta admit, the first time it's kind of weird, but what's great about that is that it doesn't leave like, residue in your lash line. So this is awesome, and also gives me a really dramatic look. I will link my easy everyday kind of glam makeup look that I did for, 2020 edition. I used this mascara and I really loved how my lashes turned out. Another mascara that I love is the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir mascara. It's the mascara I used on my lower lash line today. Obviously, I have falsies on, so I didn't go in with mascara on my upper lashes, just on my lower. And this, you can see, similar. It's obviously Marc Jacobs, so it's a similar kind of hexagon. Is this a hexagon? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, hexagon packaging. This is also like a natural haired brush, as you can see, but the wand isn't as big as the Too Faced Better Than Sex. So this is a great job at lengthening and volumizing, and it's going to give you that nice effect. Doesn't flake on me, but it doesn't give me as much volume as the Better Than Sex. So depends on what I'm looking for that day. This is kind of like a great all-around mascara. It's great for lengthening, volumizing, separating, curling, but it's not going to do too much of one thing. So if you're looking for a good kind of all-around mascara, this is a good one, and it's a little bit up there in price, obviously, because it's Marc Jacobs, but I actually purchased this time and time again as well. Okay, my old favorite mascara that I loved throughout college, like this was my go-to mascara, was the Tarte Tarteist mascara, and I continue to repurchase this as well. And I loved how dramatic this made my lashes look. It was weird because I tried the Better Than Sex, and then I tried this, and then I discovered I liked this more, but now I'm back onto this. I think this is a better job at like defining your lashes, because you can see the tip is like that spiky comb. Does do a great job at lengthening more so than volumizing, in my opinion. It's very black, so if that's what you're looking for, you might really like this. It's actually kind of dried out, so I probably have to get rid of this, but this does last a really long time. The formula is a little bit more wet than fibery like this, so it all depends on what you're looking for. But if you want jet black length, definition, this is a great mascara. Okay, and then kind of going back to a lower end, well, I shouldn't say lower end. I feel like that's kind of mean. Drugstore. This is the Milani Most Wanted Lashes mascara, and it's not my favorite. I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't really give me much definition or anything, but I will say when I am doing like a no makeup look where I don't really want to apply a lot of anything, I will go in with this because it will make my lashes obviously look a little bit more defined. It isn't mascara, you're applying it, but it doesn't really look too intense. This is not a dramatic mascara at all. You can see it is a natural haired brush, and the wand is actually pretty unique. It kind of has spikes going in every direction, but in my opinion, I think it's something about the formula that's a little bit thin. It's not my favorite. I think Essence mascaras do a lot better overall, and they are cheaper, so I wouldn't repurchase this, but it is a nice addition in my collection. Going back to kind of a more higher end mascara that I actually really like, this is the Petite and Pretty Fully Feathered Volumizing Mascara. Kind of looks like the Too Faced Better Than Sex. I love traveling with this because it's so small, but this mascara also packs a punch. It's like a compact version of the Better Than Sex, a nice hourglass natural haired brush. The formula is pretty thick, but it's not clumpy. It just goes on and it makes your lashes stand out. I would say this is probably like my fourth favorite mascara in my collection at the moment. Probably behind, I would say my order is one, two, three, four. Like this is like my holy grail 4, and then this would probably be like 5th place. Like these are like my 5 favorite mascaras in my collection right now. But Petite and Pretty, I got this in a BoxyCharm. I don't know where you can buy Petite and Pretty in stores, but I definitely do like this, and I would definitely check it out. I love supporting indie, smaller brands. Good stuff. Okay, going back to mascara I don't really like, and I was kind of sad and upset that I didn't really like this, but this is the ColourPop BFF Volumizing Mascara. ColourPop, huge fan. Love almost everything they come out with. And when they came out with their BFF mascaras last year, I was really excited. I had heard, you know, it was comparable to the Better Than Sex. You can see it looks very similar, but this formula is too thick and too dry in my opinion. It kind of just tugs at your lashes, but doesn't really coat them from what I have personally experienced. And I need a mascara that's a little bit more wet, and I know it's been a while since I've had this, so obviously it's dried out, but even from the very beginning, I was never super impressed. I don't think that it had a lot to offer, and I say that it sounds like really mean, but in my opinion, I think you can find better out there. This is $8, so it's not really expensive, but in my opinion, there are things that will volumize your lashes better. And I will say this is definitely a volumizing mascara. Like if it's gonna do anything to your lashes, it's add volume. It doesn't lengthen at all in my opinion. But that being said, I don't think I would purchase this again. I have heard that their colored mascaras, like their blue one, yellow one, red one, purple one, teal one, etc., those do a great job, and from what I've heard, stand out more than the black mascara. This one I'm just like, yeah, like if you want a colored mascara, I think maybe check those out, because from what I've seen, those really just make your lashes stand out. So if that's what you're looking for, definitely venture down that road with this formula. But if you're just looking for a regular black mascara, I personally think there are better on the market and for a cheaper price. Okay, going back to a hit, I also really do like this mascara. This is the Tarte Big Ego Mascara. I keep saying like all of these mascaras are comparable to the Better Than Sex in their wand, but you can see this wand is actually bigger than the Better Than Sex, I think, and the formula is a little bit drier. With that being said, this does a great job of volumizing your lashes, but it's not going to be as intense as this guy right here. But I still think this is great. I would say the component is pretty much identical. So I don't know what that's about. But anyway, I personally really like this formula. I think it does a great job. But if you're going to invest in one of the formulas, go for the Better Than Sex, because I think they're actually the same price. Okay, back to a great Essence mascara. This is the I Love Extreme Curl and Volume Mascaras. This packaging is amazing, but this wand is actually kind of interesting, right? So it's very large, like it's very, very large. You can see right here, this is the biggest wand in my entire collection, and as someone with hooded eyes, with mascara that's very prone to getting on my eyelid, you would think this would be my worst nightmare, but it actually is not. This coats your lashes and does give you that extreme look, and the brush is so unique. I don't know if you can tell, it kind of like twirls around. The top part is like a little spiked ball, so it's great for getting on your lower lash line. The only thing is that this is a very wet formula, so when you apply it, like you can even see on the top, you have to just kind of like wipe off the gunk. I don't know. Anyway, it says mascara with twisted XXL plastic brush for an extreme curl and volume effect. So yes, this is a plastic brush like this, and then these are natural hair brushes. So I find that, you know, plastic typically does a great job at lengthening, whereas natural hair does a great job at volumizing. And of course, as I've mentioned, you can find mascaras with either one of those types of wands that does a great job at doing both. So this is great. It's just a little bit big, so it's kind of awkward and you have to get used to it. But other than that, it's awesome. Okay, this one I am surprised I actually like a lot. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Length Waterproof Mascara. And Wet n Wild mascaras, I gotta say, I'm gonna talk about one after this that I'm not really a big fan of, but this is awesome. You know, Wet n Wild was one of those brands that I never really found a mascara that I thought was amazing, and they're not cruelty free anymore, but I bought this a long time ago. But this is the skinniest wand that I've ever seen on a mascara. Like, can you see how skinny that is? So it's perfect for your lower lash line, but don't be fooled by the size, because this actually does a great job of giving you so much length and volume as well. Obviously, more length than volume. Doesn't have those bristles that are gonna plump up your lashes all nice, but this defines your lashes like no other. Like, this separates the crap out of your lashes. So if you're looking for that, if you're not really into the volume, you just want your lashes to look like bam, like you want someone to see them when they look at you, this is awesome. And I always like to keep like one waterproof mascara in my collection because I don't really use waterproof mascara all that often. But anyway, this is great to have, and especially because the wand is so small and skinny, it's perfect for your lower lash line where you can get some smudging. You know, it's right next to your waterline. If you're crying or whatever it may be, your lower lash line is typically the first that gets smudged, obviously, because it's literally running down here. So physics anyway. But yeah, this is great. And I don't know if it's still available. I think it is. I think I got this for like $3, honestly. It's awesome. And then, okay, the mascara that I'm not a fan of, that's from Wet n Wild, I actually bought this at the same time as this. So this is the Mega Length, and this is the Mega Volume. This is not waterproof, doesn't claim to be waterproof, but this is... it's kind of like the Milani mascara. I kind of feel like it doesn't really do that much, but it's like very interesting. So you see it has like a fat curly wand, which you would think, oh, it's great for volumizing. This formula is so dry, and it was so dry, and it has been so dry from the beginning, like ever since I got it. But it doesn't really do much. Like, you apply it and you would think that you would get a nice thick coat, but no, that's not what happens. So I think I'm gonna actually declutter this, which decluttering video is coming. Don't worry, I know I kind of promised it in my other video, but yes, not a big fan. I would definitely recommend the length over the volume. All right, last mascara I have in my current collection is the Essence Volume Hero Mascara in the shade Power Black. This is not the best, I gotta say. I know the wand looks similar to the Tarteist wand. It's kind of like spiky, and you know, it's got that nice plastic bristles, plural. But what I have found with this formula is that it's very wet, and it kind of weighs my lashes down. So even though I curl my lashes, even though I go in with a primer, when I apply this mascara, it just kind of just adds like black. It doesn't really curl them. It doesn't really go through. It just kind of weighs them down to the point where they actually look droopy if you look at them from the side. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. I don't know if I'm making sense, but personally, it's not my favorite. And I have tried so many other Essence mascaras that I currently don't have in my collection. Like, I love the Pink Lash Princess. I know the green one is a classic as well. They have so many great mascaras, but I would pass on this. And I would say these 4 in my collection are probably my least favorite. Like, I could definitely go without them. All right, everybody, and that is it for my mascara collection. What do you guys think? Let me know what your favorite mascara is down below, please, 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 because I am a huge mascara fan. Obviously, I needed to clutter some, and you should after, you know, a few months. But let me know what your favorite is down below. I know everybody has different lashes, so obviously mascaras are going to look different and perform differently from person to person, but I would love to know what you love, and I will check it out. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, please, if you enjoyed it, and hopefully I will see you in my next one. Bye. Why did I do like my head tilt like that? Like when I was like, bye. Anyway, bye.